Hello, lovely, and welcome to the Essence of Expression podcast. Get ready to explore insights, lessons, practices, and wisdom from life for life. I'm your host, Arejay, healer, teacher, student, and sage. I'm excited and honored to have you with me on this journey. Let's dive in. So, with the new year right around the corner, I wanted to give you guys a couple reminders and also let you know what's coming up for the Essence of Expression and for myself. So, reminder number one, before you jump into New Year, New You, what about trying a true you? Right? What about deepening that relationship with yourself as opposed to just trying to revamp yourself altogether or assume all parts of you are wrong? Because newsflash, it's not. Things exist for a reason. They serve a purpose. And I don't think it's about constantly trying to revision ourselves. I think it's really more about becoming clearer and clearer on who we are and removing those things, those illusions, those blinders that have blocked us from seeing the truth of who we are, and moving into different spaces that allow us to explore and be more truly us. So this next thing to try is actually putting yourself in new spaces, right? Because if you're gardening, for instance, and a flower isn't growing, you don't assume, oh, the flower is bad, it's terrible, there's something wrong with the flower, right? You're going to check, am I watering too much? Is there a nutrient missing in the soil? Did I put it in the shade when maybe it needs sun? And you're more likely to change the things feeding it and its environment than you are to try to change the plant itself, because the plant itself is fine and it will do what it is meant to do as long as it is nourished and supported and put in environments that are conducive to its growth. And thirdly, what if you try, instead of a whole new you, what if you just try to build one new practice? No, not one new habit, because I think this is something where people easily fall off from because they try to create a habit, and habit is a lot less intentional, it's a lot less conscious effort. And when you are first starting out, it's going to be practice because it is going to be effortful. You're going to have to think about it. You're going to have to actively schedule time in and make space for it to happen, where you don't necessarily have to do that with the habit because you're so used to doing it. Like, the thought process is not even there anymore. It's just ingrained. But since it's not ingrained yet, start building a new practice. So what is that one practice that you would like to start cultivating in your life? And just focus on the one instead of trying to do this massive overhaul on like all the stuff all at once. Like, just start with one, right? And then once you get it down, like, cool, we can build something else. Second reminder for you guys, clear before bringing in new stuff. So it's really easy to get wrapped up in like what you now want your life to start looking like, and the habits and the people and the practices and all the things, right, that you would like to come in. And in order for things to come in, you must make room for them, or at least have the understanding of how you need to make room for them, right? Because like, if your closet's already full and you're like, I want new clothes, like, well, where are you putting that? Do you have space to put a new dresser to then put the new clothes? Or are you going to have to like take some stuff out your closet first because the clothes have got to go in the closet because they can't go anywhere else? It's the same thing when we're deciding on new relationships, new jobs, new businesses, new practices for ourselves, new habits that we want to have. When we're changing our lifestyle, part of those changes that are going to be necessary are going to require a making of space. And that may be literally I just need to put it on the calendar so I know and I can remind myself. It may be making physical space, so like shifting your physical environment, clearing things out, getting rid of them, selling them, whatever. But make the space for the new to come in. Don't just want the new to come in and try to make the new come in on top of what's already existing, because then you're going to risk overloading yourself, and that's going to become overwhelmed. That's going to become fall off. That's going to become not the direction you were trying to go in. Third reminder, before you start guilting yourself about wanting to rest or not starting something new right now, or not being rearing to go, even though it's like January 2026 is right around the corner, that's okay, right? This is winter. Like it's still very much winter, which is the season of turning inward. It's not like there's this false expectation our culture has placed on like, oh, you should be like rearing to go and it's energetic and just bursting at the seams to get stuff done. And to be honest, it's counterproductive to natural rhythm. It's very counter to natural rhythm. So if you're not feeling that right now and you're starting to be like, man, it's January, I should really be getting my shit together. No, that's what the calendar might say. And maybe you're just not like a solar energy being, and that's okay. I'm not either. And also, like, you have plenty of New Year's throughout 2026 to jump in on like a new year to do new stuff. What I mean by that, if you're going, what the fuck is she talking about? So the calendar changing to 2026 is one new year, right? That's the solar new year, which is shifted and adjusted to make things equal but not natural. Okay. But yeah, so if you're a human design person, that new year doesn't start till January 22nd. Lunar New Year is February 17th. If you are looking for something that is more aligned with like natural rhythms, the spring equinox, which is the first day of spring, is March 20th. And then if you're like me, you also recognize like your birthday as your own personal new year. So there are plenty of new years within this 2026 time frame that you have to jump on if you're like, I really want to start new in the new year. Cool. And thirdly, you can start new whenever you damn well please, if you so choose. So let go of the guilt. If you're not feeling it right now, that's cool. That's not the season you're in. Honor the season that you're in. Honor your energy. Let other people fuck off on their bullshit. Like, they can do them. That may be their season. It may be right for them. It may not be right for you. And that is okay for both, right? There's room for all of it. Just don't take on their season and their energy for yours and try to put it on your season when that's not the season that you're actually in. And then like try to force yourself to be in the same season if you're not. Honor where you're at. Honor your season. It's fine if you're still in rest mode. Be in rest mode, right? So those are the reminders that I wanted to share with you guys. I did want to let you know what's coming in 2026 for the Essence of Expression. So the podcast will continue. It'll have its 4th season in 2026. Doors to the Sacred Play Space will open in January. So the Sacred Play Space is a paid membership community, and it is meant for entrepreneurs and healers, but it is a space where it is a more holistic space. So I want you to bring all of you. And this is not me like telling you what to do. We're going to help you move in natural rhythms. We're going to help you, like, you are your authority and you know better. And sometimes there's just a bit of a lack of clarity or maybe a lack of self-trust. So we're going to be working on building that. But I am holding the space, I am holding the rhythm, and then everything else we are co-creating together. And it's really meant to be a place where you can ebb and flow. It's going to appreciate the ebb and flow of energies, right? So it's not asking you to be on all the time. In fact, I'm asking you to drop your perfection at the door, right? Because we just show up as we are in that moment. And that may be super ramped up and ready to serve. That may be super just melancholic and just wanting to rest and be quiet, that may just be in receive mode. All of that is okay. We're learning to walk in balance between giving and receiving, between the individual and the community. And it's really a place to come together with like-hearted people and do the same thing, right? And be able to learn what it's like to not have to be in one or the other, but to play in all of your spaces and all of your gifts and dance between receiving and giving. Okay. The next thing that is coming in 2026 is I will be hosting events in 2026. That'll be including adult field trips. I'll be doing healing parties again. And then I'll also be doing some more strategic like outings and gatherings meant for entrepreneurs and healers so that we can come together and do some of the shit that we need to get done for our business that maybe isn't the funnest or maybe isn't really helpful to be doing it in isolation because it's less fun. So we're going to be doing playful ways. So think of things like, hey, we need to create B-roll because we're doing social media marketing, or maybe it's time to be planning our next quarter, things like that. So those will be coming, more details will be coming, and I will be sharing that as I go. The main space to work with me in 2026 is going to be through the Sacred Play Space membership. That's where I'm going to be going my deepest. That's where I'm going to be showing up the most, with the exception of like VIP containers that are 1-to-1. But for the most part, I am drawing into kind of my own little alcove, right? I'm not necessarily trying to be out in public as much. Yes, I'll be doing visibility things. Yes, I'll be building in public, but all of like the really deep, juicy stuff and the insights and working together is going to happen inside the Sacred Play Space. And so with that, we're going to have live sessions in the Sacred Play Space, including some coaching sessions, some sounding board sessions where it's kind of more you just need to verbally process, or you're still tinkering with the idea, and you're going to get everyone's feedback that's interested in giving you feedback. And we're going to have co-working sessions. And then we're also going to have monthly trainings, and the trainings are going to vary. So I'm really building a space that allows me to serve at a very high level while allowing and honoring me and my energy and my rhythms and my gifts, and helping others do the same by modeling that, right? Also for like on the personal front for 2026, I for the first time was gifted my word. I usually consciously select my word of the year based off of whatever goals and whatever my vision is for the year. And this year, before I could really get around to that and sit and think in that, the question was asked and I got a spirit whisper. And so primordial is my word of the year for 2026. And at first there was resistance to that, but now I'm really excited about that because I'm gaining more clarity on it, but it's also exciting to be able to start like exploring and living into and discovering more and more what that means throughout the year, as opposed to kind of having it all mapped out in my head and then trying to like reach that. 2026, I plan on doing more video because I'm feeling the call to do video again, and this time not from a place of like, oh, I'm going to do it because I dislike it and I was, getting over my fear of video, and then it became oh, you're supposed to because other people told you were supposed to, but because I actually am called to it and I actually want to do it. So I'll be doing more video in 2026. I'll be looking to participate in some bundles and some summits. And that's what I have so far. Like, it's going to develop. There's going to be more details as we move through and as I experience and adjust. But I wanted to let you know what's coming, give you some insight, and again, remind you, before you jump on that new year, new you, there is nothing wrong with you. Okay? Like, who you are is fine. Are there some habits that we can adjust? Probably, because that's all of us. Are there some spaces we can do better in? Sure, because again, that's all of us. So just sit with yourself, figure out what season it is for you, honor that season, honor that energy, honor what's trying to come through or what's calling you in, and follow that. And then just sit and listen. Rest is a requirement, it's not a reward. There is a timing to everything, and when it's meant for you to move, you will know when it's meant for you to move, and you will move. Do not let an arbitrary timeline be put on you to move for your vision and your life that you're intentionally creating. All right, take care, guys. Thank you for your time and attention. If you enjoyed this episode, follow the show. If someone came to mind while you were listening to this episode, please take a moment to share it with them. If you're interested in joining a community and diving further into these topics, please visit theessenceofexpression.com/community and request to join our community group. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night or day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.